The next habit is to assemble the pieces. It's always important to know what your resources are. What do you already have? Do you have insurance through an employer? Or do you not have insurance through an employer? If you have group life insurance, then maybe you don't need as much life insurance outside. And this works with, having a 403B plan or whatever else you have. Think about what you already have, whether it's through an employer or not. Maybe you have it through an association that you're part of, but always consider that. So think about it this way. When we think about our meal planning for the week, the first step is to think about what ingredients we already have at home. This helps us to know what we need to pick up at the store. We don't buy duplicate ingredients for something we already have at home. And then we need to consider all the fragmented pieces of our financial lives in one place. So the way that I think about it is like a huge puzzle. The challenge is there's no picture to follow, and oftentimes it's not clear how the pieces fit together or what pieces are missing with our puzzle. And oftentimes, as I mentioned, we may have duplicate puzzle pieces. So the first step is to assemble the puzzle pieces as best as you can. Most of us have random financial services and products scattered all over the place, and oftentimes we don't even remember that we have. For example, so many people have 401ks or 403bs with former employers. So they may have multiple 403b plans that can be better off to be combined or put into an IRA. And again, that's not investment advice, but think about how to consolidate something into something that has lower expenses and that you can easily manage. It's also important to look for the gaps in our financial lives or missing pieces to our financial puzzle. Even when you have a financial planner, insurance agent, attorney, and accountant, there are still most likely gaps in your overall financial life. Our path to financial wellness includes finding those gaps in our financial life. So here's a good example with homeowners insurance. Most people don't realize that earthquakes and floods are not covered under typical homeowners insurance policies. You're required to get a separate insurance policy to cover those risks. And in California, I'm in California, earthquakes are definitely a bigger risk than most other things. So it's important to understand what you have and what you need to get. But that's why you have to ask questions about your financial services and products. And of course, if you don't need a product any longer, terminate it. However, just one word of caution: when you go to terminate a product, you want to be careful to review the best way to terminate the product to avoid fees and surrender charges. Insurance policies and annuities can have high surrender charges for the first few years, so it's important to know what the ramifications are of termination and the best way to do it.